popping to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, Jefferson. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
And the Browns' first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
180. Tackle.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Hurry! Hey, 133. 51, Mike. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, you don't want to forget. You don't. Switch. Check 24. Check 24.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 54 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Jackson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. SOS. Check 3.
Jackson now to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Night, sweetheart.
To throw again is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it here with Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll run on 1st down. Jefferson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me.
They run right side with Hunt. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Get it, boy. Get it, boy.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Mike. 180.
Watch the pass.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one complete to Hill. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go. Check 31, check 31.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the run. Hatch it.
Check four.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Got an open man, it's Scott. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go. I'm with the plan. You can't block me. Turn on.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Mark Andrews. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Jackson will throw again. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go four verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
High 7. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Real. Hey, alert!
Following the interception, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Radley. Give him a couple on the catch, it's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
They're not ready for this. They still real.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey, Orville. 55, Mike, 55. I got one.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now it's 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Miles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run again with Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And the Browns first down.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
What's the run? They're running, man.
Mayfield now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Mikel Roby brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mike. 180. Mike. Watch twist. King. Mike 55.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
180.
55 to Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He is going to find Hill here. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. Their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mike, I got one.
It's Eckler again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Go. Motion. Watch out.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch the curl.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
The gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready. 15 on it.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Watch the ship.
4th down, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike, 50.
From from the red zone now. Here's Jackson on first down to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and that'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Yo. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Watch the run. Echo. 51's mic.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. It's Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Real.
On first down, Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 55's mark, dog. 55. Hey, pick your game up.
Mayfield to throw it. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
No, she's
on like the fifth tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Jackson now. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. A gain there of 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Check nickel.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Now Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give right side now to Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And know each other better than most.